Hi guys, today we'll be reviewing the interest rate formula and I have two problems that we'll be covering today. Alright guys, so this would be our first problem. Suppose that $1,000 is invested in Fibonacci investment fund at 5% compounded annually. This, in other words, means that let's say you are investing your $1,000 in a bank, or in this case in a fund, and you will be receiving 5% interest rate. So this 5% would be your interest rate. Just to make things more clear. And they would be paying you this 5% every year at an annual rate. Okay, so the question is, how much is in the account at the end of 2 years? So how much would you have in your account if you first started with $1,000, they're paying you an interest rate every year of 5%, and you decided to keep it there for 2 years? As I said previously, this is the formula we're going to use, the interest rate formula. A equals P, 1 plus I, interest rate, T, which is time. So let's start. A is what you're trying to know, how much is in the account. P is what you started with, $1,000. 1 plus, what is our interest rate? Our 5%. We're going to put it in decimals, 0.05. And T is the time. We're going to leave it there for 2 years. You're going to leave it in your account for 2 years. So 2. Simple algebra, 1 plus 0.01 is 1.05, sorry, 5 squared. Take your calculator and this gives me 1.1025 times 1,000 is $1,102 with 50 cents. So the final answer would be, there is 1,102.50 cents in your account after 2 years. So this is our second problem. Suppose that $1,000 is invested in Wellington Investment Fund at a 5% compounded quarterly. So here you realize that in our previous problem we were doing compounded annually, and this is quarterly, meaning every 3 months. So you were dividing the year in 4, and this means that they would be paying us an interest rate of 5% every 3 months, not every year. How much is in the account at the end of 3 years? Again, we'll be using our interest rate formula, but a bit different. You can see that now the interest rate is divided in n, because it is compounded n times a year. We're not doing it in 1 year anymore, but instead quarterly. And also the time will be multiplied by well, in this case it would be 4, because it is quarterly. So let's start. A is how much you would have in your account. We started with $1,000. 1 plus the interest rate, 0.05, quarterly, divided by 4. And again, 4 times the time is 3 years. 1,000 1 plus 0.05 divided by 4 gives us 0.0125, and 4 times 3 is 12, equals 1,000. 1 plus 0.0125, 12, 1,000. Number to the power of 12 gives us 1.1607545518 times 1,000 gives us our final answer, 1,160.75. So this means that there would be $1,160.75 in the account after 3 years.